Continuing, then the forces would turn on those behind the old city walls, as Isaiah 29 says, or while the aerials, the city where David camped, I will compress Ariel, and there shall be mourning and sorrow, and it shall be to me as a lion like, and I will camp as a circle on you, and will lay siege work on you, and I will raise up ramps upon you. 29 1 through 3. At least part of the delaying in the old city invasion will be due to the building of ramps against the walls, so that the soldiers may flood in over them. With modern machinery, this would not take long, but remember that the Israelites within the walls will have the ability to shoot at the ramp builders. For this reason, the enemy may decide to wait till the Israelites' bullets are mainly spent, and their food likewise diminished. Indeed, since we know that the Jews within will be starved to death, we know that some significant time must is escape before the invasion continues over the walls. The invasion may become impeded when Muslims inhabit the old city are used closely by the Israelites as hostages. This could explain the building of savage ramps as opposite to indicating bombing over the walls. When Gog and Magog comes toward invading the city, at the old city will be compressed from all sides by the will of God Himself, with the powerless to resist His will. God will starve the Jews from behind, and the Lord Yahweh is turning from Jerusalem and from Judah, and the whole saying, say to the bread, and the whole say to the waters. Isaiah 3 1 through 4. While these prophets speak of the great Jerusalem and surrounding areas, it will also fall on the old city. You see, the land within the walls has no natural spring of water. The only source of groundwater for 5 miles around is the Gihon Spring outside the walls, located well behind the city at the bottom of Kidron Valley. While water is currently pumped mechanically into the city, it will be simply a matter for the enemy to cut that supply. Now, you might think that the enemy cannot cut off the rainfall, but you could be mistakable, for the enemy is God, and He can and will do just that. And I will make known that I will do that to my wine yards. I will take away its edge, and the city will be burned. I will overcome its walls, and it will become a trampling ground, and I will lay it desolate. It shall not be pruned nor holded, but briar and thorns shall come up, and I will command the cloud from rain on it. If Isaiah, knowing that the sanctuary must expire and the abomination prior to the city destroyed, one can predict where God's invaders will break into the city at the walls of the Recon temple site, acting as the extreme southwestern corner of the old city. But after entering over the south or east temple wall, there is still the northwestern temple wall, which must be overcome before the intruders can step foot into the city streets. Can you guess which wall, north and west? they will choose to conquer. It's not hard, knowing that the Wailing Wall, where the Jews now worship, is the Western Wall. As the invaders finally storm into the temple site, the Israelites will be forced to fall back behind the sanctuary wall into the city streets, and I will therefore plan the invaders for days. During this time, Gog's men will pervade the Wailing Wall's sector of the Western Wall on Purim, the main time for 30 days. They will plan their attack into the city streets, deciding to go over the walls on Passover, I believe. In Daniel chapter 8, there is perhaps translation that caused an alternative to abolish that caused destruction, while the term in abolish means to distinguish things and make such a toward the destruction of Jews.